I tell you what, look at row 2. Nichols is one here. Jimmy Sills apparently with a problem. Jimmy Sills was slated to start outside the front row. Jimmy Sills, the one that won every time he finished at Ventura, apparently will not start this race this evening, but we will start it. Here comes the green flag. Dryden brings them down to the white 33. Rode for a moment there with Fedorchak. And there you got a glimpse of number 11 Hooters car, Paige Jones, as he went by Fedorchak.
Yes, they've got a very good start coming off the corner. Very even, very clean. Tice Carlson has fallen, and that red car has fallen back into third position. Dryden, I think, jumped right out into the lead and seems to be holding it. But there's Kenneth Nichols in that AL81 car who jumped right into second position right off the bat.
There are a couple of Ken Nichols. Ken goes by Kenneth. He is the Midwest Kenneth Nichols. He rides in second position. Tice Carlson back there in third. But right now, Danny Dryden in his own race car of his own design with that George Tucker engine is out in front.
Okay, now these guys, and you notice that 7 car running in 4th position. That's Kenny Irwin, already moved up from about 8th starting position to 4th right off of the bat. He must have gotten a very good start on that initial start going through turns 1 and 2. And that's Mel Kenyon in the other black car right behind him. But that black number 7 car, Kenny Irwin, he finished second here 2 weeks ago. Kenneth Nichols in the AL81 car, who is running in second, finished in first. And look at this, he makes a move. He goes right under Tice Carlson into third position. He's not wasting any time. And right through comes Mel Kenyon right behind him. He's going to follow the kid. These are the same 2 old and new guys that we saw battling that heat.
22 and 59. That we're talking about the ages there, not the car numbers. There is a look at Paige Jones. Paige in that Hooters car, number 11. He works to the inside of Mike Stryker. Tried to get to the inside, couldn't do it.
He's trying very hard to get under there, but as he moved down there and tried to pinch it a little bit, the race car got a little wiggly, and he just moved right back up behind Stryker. He'll gather up his thoughts, gather up his race car, and try to go after him again.
Stryker drives a Hawk of his own design, named after the Hawk that was built by Clint Brunner. And, of course, that is the Wilkie Challenger, that the number 11 car with Hooters. And also an update now on what happened to Jimmy Sills, Dave.
Well, quick and dirty. Broken throttle linkage when they tried to fire the car for the main event. Sills doesn't get to race, came all the way from California.
Paige Jones apparently has just smoked a power plant, and he is coasting off the second corner, and he'll be headed for the infield.
Well, the engine's still running, Gary. You still see the fire coming out of the exhaust. I would think more like it might be a drive line that's busted on that race car of some kind.
Maybe he jumped out of gear and couldn't get it back in gear.
Very well could have, but anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. Never.
Guy to watch right here is that youngster Kenny Irwin. You talked about the equipment that he bought. His dad put him in a beast with a Pontiac power plant. He is up to third right now, but he has a real veteran right on his heels in Mel Kenyon.
And he's got a couple of guys that aren't too shaggy right in front of him, too. Those guys are running pretty hard. Danny Dryden, car of his own design. Kenneth Nichols in the LA1 car, both running very smooth, kind of just waiting. Kenneth Nichols is taking his time, trying to feel things out. Kenny Irwin, he's a young kid. He's charging. He's going to wait for anything. If he gets a chance, he's going to smoke on by him.
If you're the veteran Mel Kenyon, you've got a youngster up in front of you, what do you do?
Well, Mel Kenyon, I don't care if he is 59 years old. That guy knows how to run a race car, and he's not going to wait. If he sees the opportunity, but see, he went down there, he didn't make it, but he did not smoke the tires. He kept the race car straight. Very smart on his part, because tires could be a factor come lap 25 of this 30-lap race.
Once again, Dan Dryden out in front. Kenneth Nichols rides in second. Third is Kenny Irwin, Jr. We'll mention the junior part. And then the 7-time USAC Midget champion, Mel Kenyon. And look at the gap. Those 4 guys are in a race by themselves. They have a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field.
Those 4 guys have pulled out their pretty good advantage. They're all going to have to be patient now. Mike Stryker's pulled down to the inside of the racetrack. He, too's got some trouble, and he's going to, you know, he's slowed way down, way off the pace. Obviously, going to head for the pits as he pulls around and down.
Greta Malone also has just pulled off the racetrack in the black number 7 car. But this is an excellent race right at the front of the pack. Every week we seem to say, how can we beat the racing we had last week? Look at this competition.
Everybody here is trying to figure out a way to get around the car in front of him without blistering his tire. Kenneth Nichols just moved down there, burnt that right rear tire. He got the smoke, the haze coming off of it. If he does that 1 or 2 times, the tire will get so hot that it'll soften up. Here he's going to try again. He moved down there. He smoked it again. Let's see, he moved right back up in there. He must still be handling pretty good. But he can't afford to do that a whole lot, or it's going to slow the race car down.
Right now, Kenny Irwin is going to school on Nichols. He knows that he's abusing that right rear tire, and a couple more times, and Irwin's going to go on by.
Well, he's going to watch him now. He's going to see if he moves down there again. He's going to see if he slows up. Can he see? I think he has slowed up. I think he's abused that tire. He's going to have to slow down and cool it off a little bit in order to get going again. See now, the momentum or the gap was opened up between the second, third, or first and second place car.
Race for 5th position, and that is Stevie Reeves in the white helmet in the white number 9. And there is
Mike
Bliss,
I think.
Mike Bliss. I think we had a car off on the backstretch, and that was the well, we won't call that yet. We had a car pull off on the backstretch. It was very dark back there.
And that's Keeker in that yellow number 6 car coming up behind Stevie Reeves. He's moving up a little bit, but he doesn't seem to be getting off of the corner. He lost a lot of ground off the corner. He gets in real good, seems to gain on Stevie going in there in the middle. And look at this. Kenny Irwin once again had a notion. He tried to move down there.
We understand that Russ Gamester has pulled off on the backstretch. That was the car that got down in the dark area out of the lights we couldn't see. And also Tice Carlson, the third quick qualifier this evening, has just pulled in. So the race over for those two guys. But look at this incredible battle. And once again, he smokes the right rear. How many laps can he do that without Irwin going on by?
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see, and I'm sure that's exactly what Kenny Irwin in that black number 7 is wondering. How long can he do that before he has to slow up? And the minute he slows up, I'm going to try him. I'm going to go around him. And that's
one of the camera cars. There's Mike Fedorchak as we check in with Mike Fedorchak.
Mike Fedorchak check. Oh, look at this. He's running pretty good. He's running right behind Steve Knepper in that yellow 55 car. Fedorchak in the blue number 6 car. Look at him going through the corner. Look how steady his hands are. Look how little he moves that wheel going through the corner. That's a sign that the race car is working just about the way he wants it. But for some reason, he doesn't seem to be able to gain too many spots.
Well, status quo up in front still. The same 4 in the same 4 positions. But once again, look at him smoke that right rear. And here comes Kenny Irwin. Looks to the inside.
Yeah. Kenny's trying very hard to take advantage of those mistakes, those little small mistakes. But right now, he just doesn't seem to have the speed. I think actually Kenny Nichols is running a little quicker than Kenny Irwin, but he keeps making a few more mistakes than Kenny Irwin. If he can ever take advantage of just one of those mistakes, it looks like Irwin's just a little bit loose right in the middle of the corner, and there he smoked his tire too.
Well, also it looked like Mel Kenyon just dropped back a bit as they worked lap number 19 of a 30-lap feature. It looked like Mel dropped back just, what, 2 or 3 car lengths.
They're coming up with some lap traffic. This is going to be where things really get told. When they get to the lap traffic, who's working good enough to get around the traffic easily and who's having a little trouble? The guys that are having trouble are not going to get around the lap traffic as easily and could get past for the guy behind them.
Mike Mason, the first to be lapped in that red number 7 out of Ohio. He is the farmer that took that nasty ride at Winchester last year.
They all got around Mike Mason very easily. It looked like he was tied to the racetrack the way they went around him.
Well, I think he realized they were the leaders and he let them go.
Well, that was very fortunate for them because he did let them go. Right now they're coming up.
Bliss.
Behind
no, that was Mahoney.
Is that Mahoney? Okay.
98.
Mahoney's running pretty hard, but he doesn't seem to be handling well enough to hold these guys off. And here we see, Irwin slid a little bit right there. Very close. Here we see Saccone.
And Chuck Gurney. Look at Gurney fight that wheel. You talk about how smooth Fedorchak is, and look at that white number 9. He's all over the cockpit.
Gurney thinks he's at Ventura. He's still trying to drive the dirt, man. He's tossing the pump.
But look how smooth Fedorchak was in that shot.
Now, Gurney's having a little bit of trouble. I'm sure that's not the way he wants that race car to handle, because if it was handling right, he wouldn't be having to turn that wheel that many times through the middle of the corner.
Look at Saccone fight that thing. Those guys are getting a good workout this evening.
That's right. Oh, look at this. Kenny
Irwin up to 2nd position, but look, in the time it took him to get by, look at the gap that's developed between 1st and 2nd. There we look at 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Mel now tucks in behind him.
I think Kenneth Nichols did exactly what we said earlier. He got that tire hot. He kept trying to get under, trying to get under Danny Dryden. All the time he was burning that right rear up, and when he got it so hot, then Kenneth Nichols had sat there very patiently and went on by him. This kid is a very smart race car driver for a 22-year-old.
They're working on lap 24. Does he have enough time now to close down that gap and have a shot at Danny Dryden?
Danny Dryden's running an excellent race. He's running very straight. He's been in the lead. He hasn't had to abuse his tire. I'd be very surprised if young Kenny Irwin has enough time left to catch him and get around him.
Keeker's out of the race. Jim Keeker, our winner of the sprint car feature 1 week ago, has pulled behind the pit wall. His race has concluded this evening. There's a look on the right side of your screen of the 7-time USAC Midget champion Mel Kenyon from nearby Lebanon, Indiana. And on the left side is Kenneth Nichols, 3rd and 4th position, right together on the racetrack.
Kenyon doesn't seem to be able to gain anything on Kenneth Nichols at this point. He runs in a little lower than Kenneth, tries to slide up to the fence, but doesn't seem to be able to gain. Same way with that white car and that black car. Got 2 guys that are leading the race. Dryden's running a very smooth, fast race. Kenny Irwin is pulling everything out of the hat, trying to catch him at this point, but he just doesn't seem to be able to make that.
He is cutting into that lead, though.
He just smoked his right rear. He's trying so hard. He's smoking his right rear now, so it's going to be difficult if he keeps that up.
But he has a couple of slower cars out in front of your leader. That could play a role in the final 4 laps of this race.
Danny Dryden seems to be getting off of the corners awfully well. If he gets hung up on this lap traffic, though, he could get himself in trouble because Kenny Irwin, Kenny Nichols really got the car sideways right there.
That was Dryden on the inside trying to get by some lap traffic, and once again, Irwin closes in just a bit. Going by Bliss now down the backstretch on the 28th lap.
Yes, he doesn't seem to be having much trouble. He got around those guys pretty cleanly, and as long as he can get around them that easily, Kenny Irwin's going to have an awful tough time catching him with 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. There's Dan Dryden out in front. And there is Irwin in second. It looks like he may have run out of laps to run him down.
Yeah, this is going to be a wire-to-wire, it looks like to me, for Danny Dryden. He got in front. He ran the race car very straight. He's been fast the whole race. He didn't have to abuse the tire, and right there as I say that, he comes across there and he does abuse the tire. But with only 1 lap to go, I don't think there's much chance for anybody to get around.
It ain't over till it's over, though. Remember Ventura.
Boy, have we said that many times. You're exactly right. Look how fast he is off the corner, though. Kenny Irwin caught him going into the corner. Here he's going to catch him getting into the corner a little bit again. But getting off the corner, Danny Dryden is so straight and so fast, he just no way.
A car of his own design with that George Tucker engine. He takes the victory. Irwin comes in second. Another consistent ride for Irwin. Look at this. Look at Ciccone on the inside of Gurney, and right behind Ciccone is Steve Butler. A good battle for position coming off the corner. Here you're in the cockpit. Here comes a checkered flag.
Wow.
A lot of experience right there, Rice.
You're not kidding. 3 good racers. They all ran real close together, and nobody got touched. Excellent job.